Hello guys, welcome back. Okay, so this is the second installment of my episodic series. That makes it sound just so serious. Wow. I am doing a little mini series on how to survive college, how to do well in college, the Megan Tobias method. And today I'm going to be talking about something that's really important, which is note-taking. So notes are probably the most important thing that you can do in class. I don't even know why I have to explain this, but notes are just so important because it is literally a study guide tool. It is a source later on, and it is just the way to get the most possible out of this class ever. People look back on notes. I have looked back on notes from pre-calculus that I took in high school. And it is just so useful, so helpful, but taking the correct notes and learning how to take notes is important. So my little brother, not calling you out here, Trev, just saying, likes to take notes online, and that's great. I just cannot take notes online. I have to do all of mine in person. So I'm going to show you how I take notes for a lecture. This is my binder for World Theater 2, which is a theater history class, and it is completely lecture based. So pretty much what my professor would do would give me one of these. I hit myself in the face with this. This is an outline of everything that I will be learning in that class that she will be lecturing on. Sometimes it's more helpful to get these, but not all teachers give these. It is a blessing when teachers give these. So there are some things you can do. Some people, like I, write on this because when I'm looking back, if I just need something really quickly, it's right here. But I take notes too. So typically how I like to take notes in lecture format is there's a big idea here. This ended up being Michael Chekhov. Sorry about the spelling. And then all of the important points about Michael Chekhov, his acting theories. This is obviously theater history. This doesn't really pertain to anything else. But I like to make the main points here. And then I'll have a main point. And then if she says something about that main point, I add it to the bottom here. And obviously, like chicken scratch, I'm crossing everything out. But it is just a way to clarify the main points of the lecture that she's talking about. And also, if she or he says something over and over again, it's because it's important and you need to learn and need to write it down. Write it in your own words. You don't try to copy what the teacher is saying. It's going to be impossible. Obviously, one of my things is considered one of the greatest actors. That's definitely not what my teacher said, but I said that. 1928, warned to leave Russia. If your notes make sense to you, that's all that matters, but now I know that Michael Chekhov in 1928 was warned to leave Russia. Notes are important because they are useful as sources and such. Now, this is just a lecture format. It's pretty basic. It's pretty standard. It is like what I think everyone teaches you in school. Take notes in person, on paper, take notes online. Doesn't matter, just take notes and take them in your own words. But if a teacher says something over and over again, make sure to write it down, underline it, star it. They will be giving you answers to tests, helpful things in papers. Important. Now when you have a PowerPoint, which is part 2 of this was just a very quick lecture note thing. When you take notes in a PowerPoint, it's a little bit different because it doesn't seem as daunting as a lecture. As a lecture, you feel like it's all on you, that if you make mistakes, it's all your fault, which it pretty much is. You have to be very intent and listen to the professor 100% and understand what they're saying and write it down and all of that jazz. But PowerPoint still pressures off you a little bit because the PowerPoint is on there and it pretty much has what my professor's outline was up there for you. But some of the outlines are literally 1. Germany. 2. Rise of dramaturgy. What about Germany? And sometimes they'll put it up on there. 1. Germany. And if you write down everything that was just in the PowerPoint, you are left with Germany. What about Germany? So what you would do in this case is you would write down the main point. We'll just use this as an example, my World Theater 1. We will take Germany and write it first in that first bullet point like we had Michael Chekhov. And then whatever the professor says about Germany, we will use a bullet point and then write about it. So maybe anything that's important about Germany you would put there, and if she expands on anything that she's expanded on already about Germany, you just make another indent and you write that use your intuition when taking notes. Not everything the teacher is going to be saying has to be written down, but there are some very important things. And the one most important thing about PowerPoints that you cannot do in lectures is if it is picture-based. Like, I took a history of fashion class and that was pretty picture-based. Ask the professor if you're okay with them taking a picture of the slide, because your notes is going to be on the picture that is in the PowerPoint. So if you can take a picture of that, it makes more sense when you're looking back at your notes. Sometimes if you're not good at listening to lectures and writing, sometimes you just need to take it in auditorily. You can't write it down while you're listening. Ask the professor if they're okay recording the lecture. The professor that I took this class with was okay with recording for the lecture, and let me tell you, a lot of people recorded it, because notes are one thing, but if you don't feel like you will be able to get all of the information that you need, do ask to record. The teachers are there, again, going back from part 1. The teachers are there to help you and guide you through this experience. It is hard and it is difficult, and they want you to succeed. So give yourself the tools that you can to succeed by taking good notes. My binder is huge, too big. I do too many notes, but honestly, when I look back for study guides, everything I need is in my notes. So notes are so important for later on, for finals, for midterms. My God, for midterms and finals, notes are so important. And it is like the one thing that you can do, the bare minimum, to help yourself. So that is part 2 of this. I'm going to come back next time with how to read efficiently, and that may be the most important thing on top of how to find sources. So those 2 videos will be coming soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you have any other suggestions, please leave them in the description box below so we can help everyone who is going through this rough transitional period of college together, because it is stressful, but it is worth it, and you can do it. You can do it. Don't stress out. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.